The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go.
Now Burrow on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They will throw on first down with Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's another 10 yards on that and another first down. So a nice run there. And I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. On first down, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku, a 15-yard touchdown Brown. And the Browns have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and 11 now. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Burrow on play action. Got a man, that's Quinn. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Here's Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Tony Field drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over first and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Pardney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, you got to sell the go. Just go. And let's see who's faster.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. Powers through it. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Gay knocks this one through. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel.
Now Burrow loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Higgins. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A give. This is Chubb. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line.
Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter.
47 yards on the ground for him so far.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Watson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Watson now to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try again with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. This is caught. Touchdown! David Njoku for his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gay is on for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense.
He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. FirstEnergy Stadium here on the lakefront in Cleveland. The Bengals have the foot.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
On third down, Mixon shedding the tackle.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken, and that punt went nowhere. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target.
And that takes us from second to third down.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
Pushes him aside at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's a letdown defensively because they had him stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw is Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half.
They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them to 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will extend this big lead.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had great action yesterday, and this, the first of 3 more games coming at you here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. And you can see the result there. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they have made this look easy. And there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Watson off play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown, Browns! It's another touchdown pass pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on. But part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice because the speed, the ferocity, the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get at the quarterback that you may not have seen on film. All that is different. You can practice it as much as you want to. You can even insert smaller, faster guys at positions to show that the speed's going to be quicker. But until the whistle blows and you play for real, it's just not the same.
And not as easy to implement on game day. A big play there for Cincinnati. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big gain.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mixon with a first down carry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Burrow on 3rd down. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
Well, we've seen this from them before because you can move the ball off through the middle of the field, but once you get into the red zone, that's where they really clamp down. They come up with the interception there, but you know about this crew. They're playing modern defense, taking care of the red zone 3rd downs and getting after the quarterback.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So they'll walk him back half the distance. Following the penalty, Chubb. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 11.
Play action. It's Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Burrow, open man is Chase, complete.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's a give to Mixon. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be a 34-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson.
Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now it's 2nd and 9. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And again, it's Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The Browns on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be third and forever. Chubb on the counter. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. A handoff to Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Handoff comes to Chubb. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The Browns on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken around the 12. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't rule that one in. And Burrow going to throw again. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Burrow. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. Eric Wilson able to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the carry, it's Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Watson off play action. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.